But they get mad when you don't bow down to them, so to speak, how the connection with the island and the officer. Yeah, and because everybody's getting to know everybody. They're getting to know your neighbors. They're getting to, after all these years, yeah. They're getting to know your neighbors. And then so happen they find out, oh, yeah, I know this person. Yeah. So, so that's how, people get involved because, you know, um, when you work for the department and people work in certain areas, they want to connect with something. Oh, I'm Haitian, you Haitian. Oh, I'm Spanish, you Spanish. Yeah, she bothering me. Keep an eye on her. So and so. You understand? Let me know when she doing so and so. Oh, she doing this and that. You understand? So that's how they get to these officers on the job when the officers is not in a clique for PD and whatever. So that's how you connect the dots. It doesn't make sense if you sit there and ramble on. But when you sit down and think about it, you be like, you as the person. Because I remember one time this officer told me, oh, she got written up because she wasn't home. She said she was in the building. She was doing her laundry. And she said that they said they came to visit her and she wasn't home. So she said she called him and told him that she could send him proof by the cameras in her building. But like I said, they try to recruit you, so they try to get dirt on you. And when they can't get dirt on you, they go after your money, and then they terrorize you until they get you to submit. So they use their title to get at you because they got people watching you. Oh, she's not home. Yeah, because the officer was telling me, several times she couldn't understand. She called him and told him so and so. Yeah, and they do that. That would be Captain Barrett and her crew. Because she's not the one that always come to your house, but once in a while. So, her crew. And then whatever jail you in, they send it to investigation, and then they got somebody in investigation. So now investigation getting to know your neighbors. So that's how you connect the dots. So it's not by coincidence. And then, they use PD to threaten you. They follow you, give you tickets. They try to, if you don't want anything, they drugs. Because I know somebody, um, him and the sister, trying to force people into being a drug mule. And now, they got to know my ex-boyfriend, I heard. So I don't know what they telling him. I don't know what they doing to him. But we haven't spoken in years. Because he thought I was cheating on him. So, but these people just. You think that since they can't get you on their team, they would leave you alone and just move on to somebody else? No, they don't. But I'm still here. And this year, I'm staying to myself. I'm trying to heal. But I just wanted to tell the story of, because I got on here thinking, I do like some of these people do, show the apartment and and thing, but everybody on there is doing the same thing. I just wanted to tell my story because I felt that maybe somebody else is going through what I went through, and I can give them enough courage to not get into that kind of lifestyle and show them how I got myself out of that, and to let them know don't be scared, because that's what they hoping. They hoping you get scared and give in to them. It's a scary thing because with PD involved, they put charges on you that on things you didn't do. So if you're not, knowing, you get scared. Yeah, of course. I got a first-hand look of what they're capable of doing. So when I heard all this protests and stuff like that, I'm like, no, not officers. No, no, you can't close down PD. But then I'm like, you know what? Yeah, the island needs to be shut down and the PD needs to be revamped because they're so infiltrated now by all these different gang sects. Not just the Latin Kings, because I have a video with the Latin Kings, because the FBI agent told me. We were just talking, and yeah, he told me, he said, these Spanish officers, but it's not just with the Spanish officers, it's with the other officers too. So it's not just the Kings that are involved in PD, it's other sects too, like I said, because they vent these, because I'm sure that um, Deb, what's his face, Deb Johnson, and they got people in PD, and they got people upstate. Yeah, they placing their people in all these little areas, to eventually, because you get recommended sometimes by family. Like if your family is an officer, and you file for an officer, they look at stuff like that. So they bring in their family, they bring in their kids, whatever the case may be, and that's how all this stuff get, and then they recruit everybody else. So that's how it gets infiltrated. Because so when you hear people got 20 years and so, and then they kids is officers, or they kids, yeah, sometimes you be saying, oh, wonderful, the whole family is law enforcement, and that's great. You got to look at it the opposite way too. Yeah, the whole family's in law enforcement because they trying to keep the drug game their game. It's not always that you see a law enforcement family, and it's a good thing because there's a lot of family members in the force, but it's not always a good thing. You understand? And me as an officer, I had to look at that too. Oh yeah, cause I was very proud for them. Oh yeah, their cousins, their brothers, their sisters, their daughter, everybody's in correction. Everybody's in PD. You see a long concession line of law enforcement, or long line of being in the army, or serving your country. Child, remember how that guy from Harlem used to bring his drugs in through the army? You know what I'm saying? So where do it stop? Where does it stop? I'm not picking on any particular group. I'm just telling my story. So don't get offended. Don't get offended. It's just these are the people in my life. And if you're one of the good ones, be one of the good ones. Because like I said, I dated Jamaicans before. I got Spanish people in my life. I got Haitian people in my life. So it's not everybody. I mean, they try to recruit these people because they want to know everything about you. So sometimes if they can't get that person, they get a relative of that person. So anyway, that's it for me today. I don't know. I'm so tired. I'm still tired.